Hey friends, welcome back to Kevara Farm. It's a great evening here at the farm, and today I have another secret of mine which I'm going to discuss with you. I want us to discuss the benefits of yeast to our chicken, and we are also going to discuss how much you can give to your birds and how you can administer it to your chicken. So please watch this video up to the end, because this yeast is a powerful feed additive that can provide numerous benefits for your feathered birds, for your chicken, and I wouldn't want you to miss this because it is going to be so useful to your chicken. If this is your first time on this channel, I'm called Lillian, and I'm so passionate about poultry farming because I left my career. I was an accountant, an auditor, and came to do this as my full-time job. So consider subscribing to this channel. You're going to be getting all the knowledge about poultry farming. So this yeast has helped me so much here at Kevara Farm, and if I may tell you, my birds, for example, this chicken house where I'm having 1,400 birds, they've never been attacked by any diseases. And when we say that we are not getting diseases, it's not that it is by coincidence that we are not having diseases at the farm. We are doing something to make sure that we are not being attacked by any diseases at the farm. And for any farmer who is out there, we all know that when you are attacked by diseases at your farm, you're going to make a very huge loss, because you will be spending in buying antibiotics to treat the diseases, and you will also not be getting the eggs. Production is going to reduce, and at the same time you're going to be buying the feeds. So you can relate how much that you're going to lose when you're attacked by diseases. So please put into consideration everything that we talk about here at Kevara Farm. This yeast has a lot of benefits to your chicken. It contains a lot of components. For example, yeast contains vitamins, it contains phosphorus, it contains amino acids, it also contains proteins. And we all know that all these are so good to our chicken. The number one benefit of feeding yeast to our chicken, it boosts the immune system of your birds. Beta-glucans found in yeast have been shown to stimulate the immune system of chickens, helping the chickens to be able to fight against the diseases that may attack them. So please, if you're feeding yeast to your birds, it is going to help you. You will never see any diseases at your farm, because the birds' immune system are going to be boosted and they will be able to fight and resist from the diseases. Then another benefit of feeding yeast to your birds, it helps to increase in production. It also helps to improve on the quality of the eggs, because this yeast contains a lot of proteins, and it also contains a lot of amino acids. And these proteins which are contained in it, they help in egg production, meaning that you're going to be having higher percentages of production at your farm. And when you're having higher percentages of production at your farm, it means that your returns are going to be so high. And it also improves on the quality of the eggs. It means that you're going to be having the eggs which are having a hard shell. It also helps on the egg yolk. And when you're having good quality eggs, your eggs are going to be so marketable on the market. It's not going to disturb you when you're selling your eggs. Another benefit of feeding yeast to your birds, it helps in better feed efficiency. By aiding in digestion and nutrient uptake, yeast can help chickens make the most of their feed, reducing waste and improving feed conversion ratios. And then another benefit of feeding yeast to your birds, it helps to increase in their appetite. Because we have seen that this yeast contains a lot of vitamins, and we know that vitamins, when we give vitamins to our birds, it increases on their appetite. So when you're feeding this yeast to your birds, you're not going to face these challenges whereby you're waking up and you're finding that your chicken are not eating, or you finding feeds in the feeders in the evening. It's not going to happen because yeast helps them to have a lot of appetite, and when the birds are eating, they give you eggs. Another benefit of feeding yeast to chicken, and here in broilers, when you're feeding yeast to your broilers, it helps to promote the quality of the meat of broilers. It helps the broilers to gain a lot of weight. And in broilers, we know that our target is to make sure that these broilers put on weight as soon as possible, because we are supposed to stay with them on our farms after a very short period of time, and on market, they consider the weight of these broilers. So when you're feeding your broilers with this yeast, it's going to help you. The birds are going to gain weight very fast. So please, if you haven't started feeding your chicken, high time we start giving yeast to our chicken, to our broilers. Another benefit of feeding yeast to our birds, it reduces stress and also improves on their overall health. Because of the vitamins that they contain, it helps the birds to reduce stress, especially when you have done an activity at your farm. When these birds get stress like heat stress, and when you're feeding them with the yeast, it is going to help them to overcome that stress. So now let's talk about how to administer this yeast to your chicken. For me here at the farm, I use two methods. You can give through water, and you can also mix yeast in your chicken feeds. And how much do we mix in our chicken feeds? For example, if you're mixing a ton of feeds, you're supposed to put 2 kilograms of this yeast. And if you're mixing half ton, you're supposed to put only 1 kilogram of yeast. And every time you're mixing your feeds, you're supposed to add in this yeast. And for me here at the farm, whenever I'm mixing my feeds, I add in yeast, and as well I add in charcoal. Those are my two things which I add in my feeds. Those of you who do not know yeast, this is the yeast which I'm talking about. You can see it properly. So now I'm going to show you how I mix this yeast in water. I mix it in water, I make it concentrated, and I leave it for 30 minutes. And I leave it for 30 minutes in order to make this yeast activated. And then after that, I distribute it within all the drinkers in the chicken house. This is what I make, and then I leave this for 30 minutes, as I have said, to make the yeast activated. So I'm going to leave it for 30 minutes, and then I will come and put in our drinkers, and we give to the chicken.
begin to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young, and it's just begun. She puts her hand.
The feeds which we have here are already mixed. They are feeds for tomorrow, the whole day. It already has yeast, but I want to show you. I'm just going to add a little in our feeds because it's not harmful. And then maybe we mix it again.
Two hearts running wild.
All these things that I'm telling you, all this information which I'm giving you on this channel, they are the things which I do here on the farm, and they have helped me so much to be successful in this business, poultry farming. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed, and please like and share this video. Don't forget to tell me where you're watching me from. So thank you so much for watching me. Bye bye. Let me see you in my next video.